Hi campers, it's Adrielle and I am part of program staff at Camp Rise, and I'm not in Kansas City right now. I'm in San Diego, and as sad as I am that we're not having camp at camp, I am excited to say hi to you, and I hope you're having a great summer and doing lots of fun things. And one of the fun things that I hope you're doing is this string art from the creators kit. If you signed up for that one, I'm going to kind of go through it with you and do a little unboxing and then see what we can read. I think it's super cute. And I just wanted to ask you if you have any great ideas for program next summer when we're at camp, if you want to share those in one of the flipgrid videos so that we know. I have lots of messy crafts already planned, but I would love to hear what you guys want to do so that next summer when we're back at Rotary, we can do just like the funnest crafts and program in the whole world. So I'm going to flip around my camera so you guys can see my table, and then I'm going to get to working on the string art. Okay, so if you got the creator box for camp this summer, one of the things in it is this little string art kit. And I think it's so cute. So I'm going to open it up and see what's inside. So inside is this little package. And it looks like there's some string, some pom-poms, some pins, some flat-headed pins, some foam, and then a little manual. So I'm going to open up this plastic thing. And it's a little bit windy out here on my patio today, so hopefully none of this flies away. I'm going to put my trash back in here. So, looks like I can make two different things, either a flamingo or a pineapple. So, I'm going to work on the flamingo, I think. Gives off that summery vibe. So, let's see. Here are my little instructions. And for the flamingo, I'll need scissors, ruler, a hard-working surface. So I probably should go collect those things. We'll see what we need for the scissors. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, place cardstock paper on table with tape facing up. Gotta find the cardstock paper. I believe that's what this is. You might be able to see there's like these little tape strips. So, place foam on paper backing, and here's the piece of foam. Okay, so the first step is to basically stick the foam to this piece of paper. Oh, I bent it a little bit. Try not to bend it. As I was doing this, like getting all the stuff ready for camp, I was just thinking about how many of my my memories at camp are about crafting, and how like that's one of my favorite things to do at camp is make crafts. And then when I was a kid, I just had like so many crafts from camp that were in my room and that I like kept forever. And now as an adult, that like crafting has really become like a fun hobby for me. And a lot of the artwork in my house is stuff that I've made from kind of the skills that I've learned at camp. So I know that if you got this box, you picked the creator one, which means you probably also love crafting. And I remember, oh, you gotta be careful so you don't tear it. I remember as a kid, like I would spend hours and hours and hours working on friendship bracelets. That was like one of my favorite things to do. And then I would wear so many of them that I would have like a whole armful. So what I did here is I like very carefully lined up the back and then stuck it to this cardboard piece. Hopefully you can see that on the video. There's like this white paper backing that has the peels and then the kind of foam piece. Okay, so now we got to find the glitter paper. the white glitter paper. Aha, look at that fancy stuff. I'm gonna put the rest of this into my box so it doesn't blow away. Here. So I would make friendship bracelets, and then I would wear them like all school year long until they fell off. Usually they were like so bright when I would put them on, and then by the time that they finally fell off, they would be kind of like super gross, like all one color, but I just loved them so much, and I would trade them with my friends at camp, and then kind of every time I would see them, I would like think about camp and how much fun I had and my friends. So that was like one of my favorite camp crafts, was making friendship bracelets. And when I was a kid, I knew like how to do the fanciest ones and the different designs, and now I've forgotten most of that. Okay, so I peeled off my stickers, and I'm gonna stick it down straight on top of that, kind of matching up all the corners. Okay, perfect. Okay, so then the next thing, it says line up the printed tissue paper, and there's, in this box, there's 2 of them. Nope, 1 of them? 2 of them. There's 2 different ones. So they both kind of look the same. Oh, this must be the flamingo with the tail like that. I think this looks more like a pineapple shape. Okay. So line up the card, hold the tissue paper in place, insert the foam at every dot. And we're going to use these pins that have the white heads on them, not the ones that have the flat heads. So just be aware there's 2 different types of pins. Oh, there's some tape on there. Come on, tape. Ugh. So sticky. Okay, so now that I have the pins, I'm just going to push them down. I'm going to hold this in place. And what I want to do is I want to push them down, but I don't want to go through the back. So be careful that you don't go through the back on the back side. I'm just going to push until I feel a little bit of resistance. And I'm trying to keep them like straight up and down. Another thing that we made when I was growing up at camp were these things called God's eyes, and we made them last year, but I don't know if you did it or not. You might have chose to do it, but you take like sticks that you find in the woods, and then you kind of wrap a string around them, and it makes a pattern. And I would make tons of those. I think my mom would get so tired of me making those and then like hanging them up everywhere, because I loved making them with yarn that my grandma had. She was a knitter, so she had all sorts of like yarn left around, and I always used the little bits of leftover yarn that she had to make these God's eyes. Okay, so the pins are in. And already on step number 5. Oh, it says carefully peel away the tissue paper. So now we're taking that tissue paper, okay, I'm just trying to tear it around the pins like that. I've never done string art before. I know that it's kind of popular to do with wood. So we'll see how this turns out. Okay, there's my paper. Now it says, double knot the dark pink string and tie onto the last pin, which is this one over here, based on this diagram. Then I'm going to wrap thread from pin to pin, making sure to go around the outside and fill in the center. Do not pull tight on the pins. Okay, so I'm gonna find the dark pink thread. There it is. packet. And I'm gonna take this part. Oop, gonna make a big mess. So tight. Is it stuck in there? Just rip that. Sure, just rip it. Oh, it has a little bit of glue. I see what happened. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna double knot it. So, kind of like you're tying your shoe once, and then again. Oop, there we go. And wrap the thread from pin to pin, making sure to go around the outside and fill in the center. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it like this. So I'm gonna go around, wrap once, go around. So not just putting it on the outside, but wrapping it like that. And I'm trying hard not to pull tight, just so that the pins don't go all crookedy. Okay. Okay, so I finished wrapping my strings around, and I got a pair of scissors. So I'm gonna cut off the extra strings. Apparently I found the world's dullest pair of scissors, because it won't cut those strings. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Okay. So now it says peel off and release paper from the legs. Gotta find the legs here. They're in this little package. So there are the legs. And again, they have these little sticky. The wind is getting worse. I'm gonna tuck that under there. Little sticky parts. Come on, sticky parts. There we go. There's one. I'm going to put them right down here. Oops, underneath. I'm going to put them under that string a little bit. Okay. Let's push it down. Great. Now, I have the head, it looks like, and here, the beak and the eye. So there's the beak. I'm just gonna cover that beak part with the black part. Oh, that's cute already. And then here, these ones, I don't know if you can see it. Where's my camera? Woo! These ones are for the pineapple. So the little one down in there in the middle, I believe that's our flamingo eye. So now I'm gonna kind of put this, let's see, around there. Ooh, she looks sassy. I love it. Okay, so now we're going to take some more of these little ball pins. Those are the ones with the white heads. And in the flamingo body, there's these two holes. One is right here. So we're gonna kind of put those. Let's see, where should we put the flamingo head before we get too far ahead of ourselves? I think right there. I'm going to put those ball pins in to hold that down. Perfect. Okay. It says to help the neck stay up, put 2 ball pins under the neck. Under the neck. Let's see. I think that means like, so it like comes out a little bit. So let's try that. I'm gonna put it kind of at an angle. Let's see. Ah, I see. Oops. Uh-oh. I made a mistake. That's okay. Just try your best. So I kind of put another pin kind of next door and then pushed it. I pushed the first one too far, but pushed the other one not quite so far. And then it traps it a little bit like this. Like this and like that. I may need to put one more up here by its neck just to give it a little bit more support. There we go. Oh, it's very three-dimensional now. I'm into it. Nope. Pushing too far back. This is a little bit tricky. It's okay. We'll keep trying until we get it, right? There we go. That's good enough for me. Okay, so now we're at cutting the double-sided strip into 2 parts and then putting them on the kind of the butt to make the flowers. Or the flowers, not the flowers. So this is the double-sided tape. And I'm gonna, oh look, they put a little ruler in there. That's funny. So 2 equal pieces. So I'm just gonna fold it in half to kind of find where it's equal. Cut it again with my dull scissors. Okay, I did this while the camera was off because I have little tiny fingernails and didn't want you to have to watch me struggle. What I learned is you should put this down while the back is still on it, because otherwise, look at this one that I mangled by accident. And then peel up the tape if you can. It's kind of tricky, to be honest. A little bit trickier than I thought it would be. Did you see that movie Magic? It just magically worked. Just kidding. I struggled with it for a few minutes. So now I'm going to take my feathers and make the little tail. So I'm just gonna start sticking them, kind of changing the colors. Oh, I like that yellow one. Onto that sticky tape. And just making sure that they're all stuck down a little bit. And kind of overlapping, so that all of them get a little piece of that sticker. That way they won't fall off. Okay, you can kind of choose what colors you want in what order, which ones you like the most on top. So perfect. Okay, the last thing is I'm gonna take some of these pom-poms, these little guys. Hold on, let me put away all my extra stuff. Close that up. Save those for my other pineapple one that I'll do later. So I'm gonna take some of these pins with, oh. There's that. Okay, take these pins that have the, no, it's not quite stuck down well enough. And it's a little bit windy, so we'll just tuck it in and make sure it's stuck to the bottom there somehow. There we go. Okay, so the last step is to take these ones that don't have the white head and add a few of these accent pom-poms to fill in this kind of blank space around. So, take these, just a few different colors, and you're going to carefully stick it through the pom-pom and then push it up so you can't see the pin. And then that becomes like a little accent around your flamingo. And they have like different places, but you can kind of put them together or however you like them. I hope you had as much fun doing this craft as I did. You'll have to tell me if you liked it in the Flipgrid and hopefully show me your finished project, because I would love to see how your flamingos or your pineapple turned out, or both of them if you do both of them. So what a fun summery activity. And if you liked it, maybe we'll do one next year when we're at camp together like this. I'm gonna put that one up there. You'll have to let me know. Is this a keeper, or is this something that was good only once, or something that you'd like to do again when we're all at camp together next summer? Until then, I hope you have a great rest of the summer and a great school year, and I can't wait to see you in 2021.